Howdy folks, it's JD, aka Josie Wales here. Um, Today I'm gonna set up my laptop, spin this around to show you some stuff on my desktop, so you won't have to stare at this ugly face for much of this video. Um, this is a sort of an update to the first video I made regarding how to use Sue. So give me a second and set up the laptop and everything, pour myself a shot of bourbon, and we'll get to it. First, you might want to, if you're watching this video from YouTube, scroll down to the description part there and open in a new tab, the link that I have there. I'm not sure how well you're going to be able to see on my screen here, so it might be easier to follow along with the page I made up, because a lot of this is going to be a lot of screenshots and stuff like that. Might be easy to follow along. Anyway, all right, I'll be with you in just a second. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see this screen good enough, or you have the page open in a separate tab or something, so you can follow along. But the first screenshot here I have is my family tree. The top one is from November 20th. Let me see if I got the pointer here. This one's from November 20th, and this one's from the 21st. If you click on it, it'll open in a new tab, so it's bigger if you want to do that. Okay, and you can see that I gained about 58 friends over that one-day period. I got 30 new followers, but I only gained one more child. But my network itself went from 162 to 179, so I gained 17 people within my network. That's cool. What this means is that some of my children, at least one of them, has been actively recruiting his own children, her own children. Probably more than just one, but you know what I'm saying. My children are getting their own, and that's increasing my network as well. Excuse me. Okay, so at this point, I got 72 children as of the time I took this screenshot. So that's cool by me. I'm not really in a hurry to get more. And if I get more, cool. If not, cool. As long as my children start recruiting, it all works out. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and show you some examples of productive and unproductive children. Alright, this next screenshot down here, if you scroll down a little bit, is an example of one of my more productive children, Arturo. Okay, like I said, you click on it, open up to a bigger screen so you can see better. Here's a couple things to note here. The top left shot here, this shows a couple of important things. First of all, he accepted my friend request, and I'm going to get to that here in a minute. He also has a profile picture, and he's got a banner. You can see his banner is nice. It kind of gives an indication of what he's all about. He's an anarchist like I am, and the Fed. I mean, that's pretty, and the state. It's pretty self-explanatory. You know where he's coming from when you see his banner, so that's nice. Let me address a couple of these things here when I get down to the unproductive children here in a little bit. But the top right here shows his family tree on the 20th of November, and the bottom one shows from the 21st. Okay, he had 56 friends, 44 followers, 23 children, and 47 in his network. And then the bottom one shows the next day, the 21st, he gained a few friends. He only gained one new follower and didn't get any new children. But his network increased by 16. He had 47, and then he's got 63 the very next day. That's cool news. And this means that he's been a good parent, and his children are being productive. They're getting their own families. So that's building Arturo's network, but that in turn is building my network. So that's how it works, And moving along now, Down the next screenshot here is two examples of two of Arturo's more productive children, Mia and Brandon. Okay, Mia up here, she has 9 children and 9 in her network. Okay, Brandon has 5 children and 26 in his network. What this tells me is Mia is a good child to Arturo. She's gained children, and that's cool, you know, and maybe that's where she just wants to stay. I don't know. It's none of my business, whatever. But Brandon here, he has got his 5 children are recruiting, so his network is going to grow quicker than it looks like Mia's is going to. But either way, they're both very productive for Arturo, which ends up being productive for me, so that's cool. All right, and you might think I'm being picky or critical here, and I'm not. I'm not at all. I'm just primarily addressing those people who keep messaging me with questions of why they're not seeing their bank increase. And hopefully this will become clear as I show you the next couple examples of not being productive at all. The examples that I pointed out up here, these are things that are being done correctly. And this is good stuff, okay? So if your motivation is to build a network and you want to make money, these are the kinds of things that you want to do. You want to have a nice banner, profile picture. You want to grab some children, you know, invite some people. And then, of course, you probably want your children to get their children and so on and so on. Okay? But there's some people who really don't give a shit about that. And that, you know, that's fine, whatever. But for those of you who do care about making a little pocket change, do what Arturo, me, and Brandon and I are doing. Okay? And then scroll down to the next shot. This shows an unproductive child of mine. Okay? I don't even know who it is. I'm just going to say Jack. I don't know his name. But this is everything you don't want to do, folks. He has no profile picture. Okay? No banner. The friend request that I sent him days ago is still pending. And I'm going to get to that in a minute. Okay? Maybe he's just doesn't have time to mess around with Sue. Maybe he just doesn't care. I don't know. Maybe he only, you know, signed up under me because he knows me and wanted to help me out. Whatever, that's cool. But if you're trying to make a network and trying to make a little money, this is stuff you just do not want to do. Okay? Get yourself a profile picture. Get a banner. First 2 things you should do. It takes 10 seconds to do it. Do it. Okay? Now, the thing about the friend request, it doesn't seem like a big deal, but it is because you can only have 50 pending friend requests at a time. So I sent this days ago. He still hasn't responded. That's holding me up from sending out requests from people who may want to respond. So what I do in that case is I'll go back and cancel out the friend request and just click follow. That way later on, if he decides to get on or whatever and sees that and then refollows me, then I'll go ahead and resubmit the friend request. Okay? So yeah, you may have more friends than you thought, so make sure you check that, accept, decline, whatever. I'm going to tell you right now, I would rather have somebody just decline my request than to leave it open. Okay? So, where are we here? But like I said, I'm going to go out on a limb and say Jack here. He really doesn't care about Sue or anything. He's probably just helping me out, becoming one of my numbers, whatever. But it's pretty apparent. No profile, no banner, no friends, no children, no followers, no network. Okay? So, I don't think he's very active. All right. That's enough about children. I think you guys get that. Just be aware of who your most productive children are. Make sure you friend them and check out some of their productive children and friend them as well. You know, these are the kind of people that are interested in being productive and active within the network. Get to know them, you know. And it's also important for the next topic I'm going to talk about here, which is sharing. Let's take a look at these 2 screenshots down here. They're from the same post that I did, but these are two different people that shared that post. Okay, like I said, you can click it and open each one up so it's a little bit bigger to see if you want. But as I told you in my first How Do You Sue video, you can only share 8 posts within a 24-hour period. So you want those to be quality shares, all right? And I try to use my 8 shares on people who are within my network or people that are very active within Sue. And among those, I try to concentrate, the ones that are in my network, on the active ones, the productive ones that want to build their networks also. But there's a couple things worth noting here in these 2 that shared from me. All right, the top one has 3 likes, which is the heart thing there. Okay, that's likes, and the bottom one has 2. All right, so from their walls, from Alice's wall here, she got 3 people that liked my post. All right, and from Tom's, he got 2 people that liked my post from his wall. All right, so why is that important? All right, because first of all, when they shared my post, automatically it shares my name and my hashtags. Okay, so not only are they getting likes on their wall from their people, their network, their friends, whatever, these people are seeing my name, my hashtags. So there's a chance that one of these people clicked on my name and started following me or became my friend or saw other posts that they liked and shared them. Okay, so that's kind of important that when you share, you want to make sure you share some quality stuff. It helps the people who created the post. It helps you. All right, so that's that. So yeah, I already read that. And this is how all networks are built. Even Facebook, all networks are built this way. You're sharing information. All right, but on Sue, you can track it a lot better, and you get a chance to make a few pennies doing it. All right, so I think we got the sharing thing down. And I mentioned hashtags earlier, and I definitely brought that up in the first video I made. Hashtags are cool, man. Sue doesn't have groups or pages the way Facebook does. Okay, in my opinion, that's a good thing. Yeah, I've gotten bored with all the debate groups. You're just yelling back and forth at each other. Nobody listens. It's a gladiator pit full of morons. They don't really care what you have to say. It's just nonstop arguing. Yeah, you might make a good point, but who cares? Who notices? Nobody. All right. So on Sue, the hashtag thing is cool because people who click on the hashtags, they're interested in that topic. Okay, so they want to see people that discuss that particular topic. They can find good information regarding that topic, and they also get to make new friends that they might not have otherwise, got to meet otherwise. So let's take a look at these screenshots down here. It's the same post, but I wanted to show 2 different things from it. I posted a Jeffrey Tucker meme the other day, and you'll see that I have these hashtags here: Jeffrey Tucker, hashtag government, hashtag statism, liberty, anarchy, voluntarism. Okay, the important thing that you can see, well, there's a few things actually. First of all, on the bottom one here, you can see that 5 people liked, that's the heart, they liked this post. Okay, I had 1 comment from it and 3 shares. This is the share thing. All right, so let's discuss what all that crap means. The 5 people who liked it and the 3 people that shared it, there's a pretty good chance that they clicked on one or more of these hashtags that I used. All right, where they will no doubt see other posts of mine, and they'll meet other people that are interested in the same type of stuff. So that's how they can build their networks. They can meet new people, and they can find a whole bunch of other content that relates to those hashtags. So it's really cool. All right, use your hashtags. Let's see if I missed anything here. So yeah, the people that shared they also, along with sharing, these 3 people that shared this, they also shared my name and these hashtags automatically when they shared the post. So that gives me more exposure to people that I may never meet or never have gotten to meet. If not for that, they might come to my wall, they might check out my stuff and friend me, follow me, whatever. That just builds my network up. Okay. So remember, use your hashtags, but keep them relevant to the post, and do not do that whole friend begging stuff. The hashtag friend me, hashtag follow me. I already told you that's spam and they'll boot you. Okay, I'm going to just really quickly go through. You can check out your analytics page. The reason that I put this on here is because it automatically, by default, opens up to the graph showing views. Okay, and if you click the little heart, that will change it to the graph showing likes, and if you click the comments, it'll show the graph showing how your comments are doing. Okay, but what I really like about this is if you scroll down, you see the posts by monthly view broke down, each individual post that you've done. Okay, and you can see very clearly who liked, not who, but how many people liked that particular post, how many people viewed it, how many people liked it, how many people commented on it. Okay, I think that's helpful because you can see which of your posts are generating the most action. All right, it's not just you posted 10,000 things and 50 people liked it. Okay, you can see exactly which post did what. That's really cool, I think. The one thing it doesn't have that I wish it did is a 4th column here for shares. I'd like to know, post by post, who's sharing my content or how much of it's getting shared. I'd like to know that. But other than that, it's just a neat thing to look at once in a while. Okay, and then we can scroll down and let's go ahead and talk about some money. As I told you all in my first video, How Do You Sue? I'm not doing this to get rich. I really don't care, to be honest with you. And I'm not getting rich. But seeing my bank increase even a penny each day, that's incentive for me. I kind of like seeing that. It's like validation, knowing that I'm actually reaching some people. And on Facebook, you'll get likes, but you begin noticing it's the same people liking your posts day in and day out. There's no real incentive. You're not really you don't feel like you're reaching anybody. Nobody's learning anything that they don't already know or whatever. Okay, so checking my bank each day, it's kind of neat to see that. Yeah, it's kind of like a validation that people are actually seeing it. New people are seeing it, sharing it, and that kind of stuff. So I took a screenshot from November 20th and the 21st, just to show you that on the 20th here, I made 24 cents, and my bank went up to $1.26. And then the next day, I made another 29 cents, and it went up to $1.55. I checked this morning, and I think it was a 35-cent bump. That was definitely my biggest jump, in one day. So that's kind of cool. I'm not ready to retire or anything, but apparently I'm doing something right. Each day it seems to be going up. And like I said, even if it just went up a penny, I'd be happy because I don't want it to be stagnant. That tells me that I'm doing something wrong. I know that I'm doing something right each day. Maybe something little that I did today that I didn't do yesterday, but it increased my amount that I got that day. Okay, so let's just recap real quick and wind this one up. Please upload a profile pic, upload a banner, fill out your profile page. This stuff takes like 3 minutes, guys. I mean, just do that. And it makes it look like you want to be found, you want to be noticed, you want people to see your content. All right, make friends and followers, follow other people, invite your friends from other social networking sites using your short code link. You want to make sure that you sign people up under your name. Then you just basically you post interesting content, max out your 8 shares each day, but just do it wisely. Don't make sure it's stuff that your people are going to want to see, and then they'll want to reshare it. okay, and that draws people to your wall, okay. Definitely use hashtags in your posts and make sure they relate to the post that you're doing, and do not use the friend follow begging hashtags. If you see someone else's hashtags, go ahead and click on them, man. I've met a lot of friends that way. I've seen a lot of interesting content that I wanted to share. You'll definitely be able to find some new friends that way, some followers. And when you've noticed that someone has signed under you, that's your children, okay? Those people are your children. You want to welcome them and teach them what you've been taught how to do this. Get them excited about recruiting their own children, all right? And lastly, just be patient and have a good time, man. It's kind of fun. All right, that's it for this one. Y'all have a wonderful evening, and as always, peace.